Oh, there we go. Okay, we are live. All right. So, hi everybody. I'm really excited. We have Miranda here from Twinkl. So Miranda, what is your position for Twinkl? First of all.
Sure. So I'm the ESL segment manager at Twinkl. So basically, it's my job to make sure that ESL teachers have an amazing time teaching English. That's what inspires me as well. So I'm really lucky to have that job, I guess.
And what is Twinkl? How would you describe it to somebody who has never heard of it before?
Okay, Twinkl is an enormous treasure trove. We have around 750,000 resources, which is, it's like a Hogwarts, like a school of like never-ending corridors of resources on every single topic, and you can access every single resource on the site through one monthly payment. So you pay once, you get unlimited access to all of the resources you could ever need. That's what Twinkl is.
Just out of curiosity, I just want to like get this right, like, because I've already had people asking me because I just did a video yesterday on fair use. Do you permit teachers to use this in for-profit commercial circumstances?
Yes, absolutely. So this is for any kind of teachers. Yeah, doesn't matter where you're working at all.
We love that because those resources are so hard to find. People don't want people making money off of their things. So that's awesome. So you said like all topics, but what about ages? What are the ages that your curriculum is really geared for?
Yeah, so you can find everything for, we have resources for pregnancy. So I don't think you can start any before that. It really, and then we are developing a range of resources for older learners as well. So you're going to start to see things for, age for teenagers. That's an area that's developing. But I would say predominantly, if you're using Twinkl, you're probably going to be teaching between the ages of 3 and about 12. So we very much specialize in young learners, although that is expanding. Yeah.
Okay. So like preschool and elementary education. Okay.
Yes.
So you do not have anything out there for adults, right?
I do find that actually, because with ESL in particular, it's not like everyone is learning the alphabet at the same age. You know, you can be learning the English alphabet as an ESL learner when you're 4 or when you're 64. So with the ESL resources, I do find that a lot of people use them for adults because we tend to make them as age neutral as possible so that you do have that flexibility. I would, if you're teaching older learners, go on, have a look, see what might be useful for you. Why not?
That's awesome. And for everybody that's on here, whether you're live or you're watching the replay, when you're done watching the video, in the description box, Miranda has given us 3 different free resources. So if you want to grab a freebie, she gave us some special freebies just for coming on here and joining us on the live. So thank you for that, Miranda. And one of them, so the 3 freebies, actually, you want to talk about the 3 freebies that you put in there? Because I thought they're really cool.
Yes, I can do. So the first one is a teacherpreneur pack. I know that a lot of the people watching this are ESL teachers who are trying to build their own businesses and working independently. And when you do that, it's really hard to know where to start in terms of organizing yourself. And, Jillian helps with that, and I want to help you with that. It's things like games, online games. So you've always got that, when you've got 5 minutes left in class and you don't know what to do for those 5 minutes, a whole pack of games for those. Some really simple editable PowerPoint games as well, so that you can incorporate different kinds of activities into your online classes. A lesson planning template, just all of the basics that you need to get started with some, professional quality made resources for, having that basis so that you're not completely lost in not knowing where to start with what to do. Yeah, that's the first one.
That's awesome. And then the second one was the one that I thought was really exciting.
Oh, really? Okay. So something that I found recently is that teachers have come to me and said, hey, I need to find out, oh, this is what they say. I have 2 new students starting on an online class tomorrow, and I have no idea what level they are. I need an online leveling test. And I thought, okay, you know, you can spend your first lesson doing a test, but that's actually not a great introduction to your classes, because they're going to think, you know, oh, this is really boring, really difficult. And it's so intimidating, you know, if you've got a test and you're like in a bit of a, you know, new environment, maybe students won't be able to perform at their best because they're a little bit nervous, a little bit shy, you know. So we've just released, I think we released it maybe yesterday or the day before, a series of leveling games in a PowerPoint that the teacher can use with a student where they have no idea of their level, but they can just use it as their first lesson. And it starts really, really, really easy. You know, can students name any colors at all? And takes them all the way through to see, okay, do they have, you know, intermediate level grammar where they're able to talk about their wishes or like describe a story, for example. So yeah, you know, it's got that friendliness that I think would really set the tone for their first class and give you a very accurate idea of what their level is as well. So I'm really excited about if people do use that. I would love to hear if they found it useful, if the students enjoyed it as well, because yeah, I'm happy about that. Particularly as I know more and more people are welcoming refugees from Ukraine right now. So if you know, that is a very common problem right now. You know, you have new students and you have no idea what their English level is. Yeah, please use that. Let me know how it goes.
I literally just got off a coaching call right before this, and we were talking about that too. Like somebody had mentioned that you know, when a student comes in and it's hard for them to figure out the level and to, you know, be switching back and forth between curriculum, like, oh, this doesn't work, you know. So that's awesome that you have something like that. That is fantastic. And then what is the third freebie that's in there?
Okay, so something we are developing a lot of at the moment is whole lessons in a single PowerPoint, so that you as a teacher can, you know, you've maybe got a lesson idea, you want to do a lesson about, I don't know, the weather, visiting London, whatever it is. You can take a Twinkl PowerPoint and it will guide the teacher and the students through the whole lesson, from setting up the topic, introducing the vocabulary, playing some games with that vocabulary, allowing them some fun role play or practice with that language as well, and then doing a little bit of error correction with at the end as well. So, you know, you just put it on and you're able to, you know, do the best part of teaching, the fun part of teaching, which is adding that personality and adding the fun to it. Yeah, and the boring stuff is done for you, basically. So yeah, we'll definitely be making more PowerPoint lessons because teachers are saying that it's just so useful, you know. So yeah, let me know how that goes as well.
That's awesome. So just a reminder here, everything that she just told us so far is free and the links for them are in the description box. So go ahead and grab your freebies while you can. All right. So do you want to like share and like show us some of what you've got?
Yeah, absolutely. I will show you. Okay. All right, let's have a look. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, fabulous. So when you first come onto Twinkl, it can be a little bit overwhelming, I will admit, because, you know, 750,000 resources and you just don't know where to start. And sometimes I find, you know, people will have memberships and they don't even know everything that's included in the membership. So here is a quick guide on where to get started. And both if you are a free member and also if you're a paying member as well, just to make sure, you know, if you're on the Twinkl website, you can get the absolute maximum that you can get, even for free, because I'm all about that. So if you are anywhere on any Twinkl page at all you have to do is type in ESL, like that, and you will come to the ESL homepage on Twinkl. And we've made this to give you links to all the important things that you'll need. So this is a really good starting page for you guys. That includes, for example, the topic, the most in-demand thing on the website right now is Easter resources, of course. So you'll find that right at the top. These are all ESL teaching resources about Easter. Common things that you might be looking for: quick games, interactive games, tons of stuff on phonics. You can search by skill, by topic, or by level as well. You know, if you're thinking, okay, I need a lesson on food and drink, my family, or, you know, so many topics. And then down here, these are really, really, really juicy. These are 4 main areas that I would really recommend you have a look at if you have a Twinkl subscription. This first one, the flashcards app, is absolutely free, and it's really, really good for beginners practicing that core vocabulary. So this is definitely one that I would grab if you're a free Twinkl member. If you are a paying Twinkl member, these 3 ones are super, super useful. The first one is digital books. So there are all of these ebooks that you can use. Oh, these are just the ones in the United States, but we can have a look at all of them. Yeah, there's just tons and tons and tons of fiction, nonfiction, from age 3 up. Sorry, it's filtering by USA only at the moment, but you can have a look and investigate these further. So this is something that teachers really, really love. The newsroom activities for kids. If you want to talk about good news stories and have something new every single day about what's going on in the world and base an activity around that, this is really, really useful. And
I could have used that when I was working for Outschool. Do you know what a pain it was? I ran I had a junior reporter class where the kids would have to find newspaper articles or whatever. And it was really hard because a lot of the, first of all, a lot of the kids' news sites, they don't update even on a weekly basis. And you had to keep off of Google because, well, one time, quick story. I'm gonna tell a quick story here. It's funny, I promise. You guys know what the poppets are, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So one time a kid decided that they were going to write a newspaper article on poppets, and they grabbed the newspaper article and then she starts sharing in class, and I had to stop it because poppets were actually designed to be like in the anatomical body part that they resemble. Men and women have 2 of them on their body. So you guys know what I'm talking about. So she's actually like reading this to me, and I was like, stop. Her mom is right there. We're both cracking up. But like, yeah, so she had, you know, she's reading the story, and she did it because the whole background of it is like it was created by someone who whose sister died from breast cancer or something, and she wanted to make something where you could, I don't remember exactly, but I remember she did that, and it was like something that should have been child appropriate. It's not inappropriate. It's not. I mean, it's a body part. It's not inappropriate, but it was very uncomfortable. So
that sounds very surprising.
There's your news facts. Your fact of the day, everybody, is that poppets were made after. I don't even know why I feel uncomfortable saying it. The N word. The other N word. I don't even feel comfortable saying it. So when a kid, like, you know, when a kid was saying it to me, I was just like, oh my goodness, you don't know what that is. No, okay, good. We're gonna keep it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. You guys have news. You guys have books. Like
Yes.
so many online ESL teachers are doing reading with students, and it's really hard to find books that they can legally share.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Okay, you can keep going. Sorry, I got excited.
That's so funny. And then really, really useful as well is Twinkl Create. So you can use all of our illustrations to make your own resources in various templates. So again, if you're looking to create professional level resources by yourself, this is a shortcut to doing that, because it's all going to look cohesive and it's all going to look lovely. So yeah, this is great for making, your personalized certificates, personalized worksheets, whatever you need. I very much recommend this one as well, for a good adventure as well. And finally, one of the things we do, which is perhaps different to other websites, is you can always ask us for help and get an immediate response. If you can see this pink help button down on the screen, that will open up a place for you to contact the Twinkl Cares team, and they're available literally around the clock. So you can talk to them about, can you help me find this or that? Or I need a resource about whatever. And then you can simply, by typing in suggest a resource, you can suggest a resource and we'll see if we can make it for you. So we try and be as responsive as possible in terms of, creating new resources specifically for you. So that's something that I think is really useful, and people don't know about it enough. I feel people don't use this enough, because if we can take one thing off of your plate, we will do that for you, because chances are, if it will help you, it will help other teachers too. So do make sure, if you can, make sure you use the suggest a resource to get exactly what you want from Twinkl. Yeah.
That is awesome. How many resources do you think Twinkl has? Do you have any idea?
Around 750,000 resources.
Oh my goodness. How many people work for Twinkl making the resources? Like, how big is the team?
So in the whole team, there are, I don't know exactly, but hundreds of people work at Twinkl now. Yeah, we're only 10 years old as a company, but just growing so fast. So it's really cool. It's really exciting to be a part of. We're starting to do more stuff as well, like different apps that you can use, phonics apps, spelling apps, handwriting apps, and also more teacher training as well. So you can go on, there's like free phonics training that you can go on and do on site and get a certificate as well sent to you, to show that you've done your training with Twinkl. Yeah, so we're expanding and growing all of the time. It's really exciting to be a part of this company.
That I'm glad that you said that too, because when I posted this originally in my Facebook group, which is the online ESL teacher success and support group, if you're not in it, that's linked in the description box too. But when I posted this on my group, somebody had asked if you guys were hiring, and I'm like, well, they're not a school per se, and I did a Google search and I saw that you are hiring. So you're actually hiring for different positions too. So
yes, we are always hiring.
When it says like remote jobs, are there specific locations that you hire from, or do you hire everywhere? Do you know?
We hire everywhere. I mean, a lot of the positions, the important thing is that you have experience in that market. So it might be that the USA team, for example, will be looking to hire people specifically in the US, probably because they've got that experience working with that curriculum, with those curriculums. So yeah, all over the place, but there are definitely jobs for teachers in the US.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So is there a place to go to for that, or just the Google search that I did? Do you know?
I always go to Workable, which is the place that I know that I found my job on LinkedIn though.
That's where I saw the job postings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Google search, you'll find.
Right. So yeah, Google it. For those of you that were asking about like curriculum creation positions or working for Twinkl, if you Google it, then you can find it. So just look up Twinkl jobs. So Heartright says that that's amazing. That comment came through when you're talking about how much curriculum you have and how big your team is. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
What kinds of resources do you have? So you have English. Do you have like all topics?
Yep. Yeah.
Do you have religion?
Yes, we do. Yes.
Ooh, that's one that most people won't touch. That's cool.
Yeah, we have we have resources about loads and loads of different religions. I mean, Twinkl like really is a global company, and so we have resources all about these global religions.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So Tracy came on. Tracy said that Twinkl is awesome. She's used it for years, first in the classroom and now is an online teacher, and she loves the resources for private tutors. Tracy, I think you popped on after we talked about it. Miranda gave us some free resources too to use. So I don't know if you're already on Twinkl, but she gave us some free resources too, which sounded really cool. All right. Is there anything that you want to share? You said there are games, right? What kind of games do you have? I want to know about the games.
So some of we have like interactive games. So it's like for example, like oh, my mind's gone blank. What's it when you have to turn two cards over and match them, and if they don't match, you turn them back over?
Matching game?
Matching. We have matching games. Games. What a moment.
It's okay.
Online bingo, online word searches that you can do and that you can send to students, and they can do it on their computers as well. Some of the favorite ones that I've made is like a maze game. So students go through like it asks the question and it says like, okay, if your answer is this, turn left, and if the answer is that, turn right. And it's only by getting all of the questions correct that they can get to the center of the maze. There's the floor is lava game, because kids love the floor is lava, and you have to guide the alien to the right stone, or the whole screen melts into lava. I've played that one with students and they just loved it. There's what else? Oh, there's a Wild West game as well, where you have to choose the right answer. You go left or right, and if you get the wrong one, you end up in a cactus field, or you meet an angry buffalo or something like that. So yeah, just like really silly, really creative games. One of the favorite is just an online version of tic-tac-toe. That you can edit to include the questions that you want. I mean, it just like, you can just take that PowerPoint, which is editable, or just use it again and again and again. The same with like, there's a Connect 4 in a row. Do you know that game? We have to, there's an online version of that. So you can ask students questions, and if they get it right, they get their color comes up. So yeah, I mean, tons of pre-made games, but also tons of templates as well, so that you can take, and sometimes if you're working from a specific curriculum, you need a game that exactly has those 20 words, that you're working on. So you can, hopefully it doesn't take too long to take the template, bish bash bosh, type in the words that you are using, and there you go, like there's your game ready to go, and that'll take them a good 25 minutes of a really fun online lesson. Yeah,
that is awesome. So really quick question. You said a PowerPoint. Do you have to have a PowerPoint, like the PowerPoint program, to edit these?
Oof, that's a good question. So
or can you open them on like Google Slides, like open them with a Google Slides and edit it that way?
Sure. So some of the resources have Google Slides out, because quite simply, like if you make the animations for PowerPoint, they don't work on Google Slides. So sometimes they have a Google Slides version, and you can always ask for a version of a particular resource in Google Slides. So if we don't have one, just tell us to make one. The second thing is you can use it, but probably the animations don't work. So if you're planning on doing a reading comprehension online, great. If you're planning on doing one of the randomizer games where the wheel goes round and round, you might have some problems. So yeah, it does vary. It's not a perfect system. I wish the animations just translated over and those companies had coordinated between them. But, it varies. That's the honest answer.
That is awesome, though. That is awesome. And this is something for anybody that is either like using Twinkl curriculum and wanting the co-browsing where the students can control things with you, or for anyone that is already using Koala, Koala Go. Have you heard of Koala Go?
No, what's Koala Go?
You're gonna love this. Okay, so it's basically Zoom for kids, but it allows co-browsing. So you can screen share. So they'd be able to screen share the Twinkl curriculum, like the games where the students can click on it. And like with Zoom, you have to give them control or have them tell you what to do. But with Koala Go, with their paid version, it's basically like the Zoom premium price, basically. But with the paid version of Koala Go, the students have access to do all of that stuff. So it's just like working for like VIP Kid or PalFash, where the kids can like do all that stuff. So this Twinkl and Koala Go would like work hand in hand with each other. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. Okay, so so I know that you had told me that the pricing is different in different companies, but can you like just give like a basic like US price for like the different options that you have?
Yes, in the US, there's just one price for everything, which is $5 a month.
Oh, that's really cheap. Okay, so $5 a month for your entire. Okay, that is really cheap.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
For everything. One tip I would give you though is sometimes if you're in the US, the website will only show you US specific resources. You might want to go to your filters and take out all of the filters, and then you have access to absolutely everything. Then the doors really are wide open to download everything we have on site. So that's my little hack.
Okay. You said, and Tracy said that she is a member right now, and she said her membership is worth every penny.
That's fantastic.
The people, when I said I was having somebody from Twinkl on here, the people that have been using Twinkl have been like, they were really excited because they're like, oh my goodness, we've been using them, like we love them. And yeah, I love that. So did you say there was is there a free version or a trial or something? What was that?
Yes, definitely. If you are new to Twinkl, I would definitely recommend just getting a free membership to start with. There are over, I'm going to say roughly 100,000 of the resources are available for free. So there's definitely like enough to get started. You can always get a lot of freebies if you join the ESL Facebook page or Facebook group or Instagram, or follow, those social media sites. You can pick up a few more, if you're online and you get in there in time. There's always stuff going on. So yeah,
like little giveaways and stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Start free, see what you can grab for free.
Okay.
It's what I would do.
That's awesome. Yeah, and even at $5 a month, that is so cheap. But I love when teachers are starting out new, and my entire program that I where I teach teachers how to start building their businesses, it's based off of keeping your bottom line low, because you shouldn't have to go out if you're brand new and you don't have any students. You shouldn't have to go out and spend like hundreds of dollars on curriculum and email marketing and websites and tools, because you're not making money yet. You need to start making money before you can invest that money. So the fact that you have like free stuff like this is really awesome too. And she mentioned the Facebook group that's also linked in the description box below. So if you want to jump into the Facebook group, that's in there. And then if you search, I went to post this on my Instagram story, and I tagged Twinkl, and I went to tag Twinkl, and I saw that there were like 20 different Twinkls. So if you just look up Twinkl on Instagram, you will find like 600 of them, because they have them for like for like every.
Yeah. So Twinkl is huge now, and so we have support for you. Wherever you are in the world, there's a huge team working on Twinkl Australia, Twinkl Egypt, so you can get the very, very specific kind of help that you need. So yeah, that's the idea.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Is there anywhere, there's nowhere in the world that you're aware of where teachers can't access you, right?
Oh, no, don't think so. No.
Okay. All right. So like if there's a teacher that's like working in like Turkey or China, I'd probably have to look up specifically because you probably won't know it off the top of your head, and they have a lot of firewalls. But like most teachers will be able to access your stuff. Okay.
Yeah. If you have access to, unless the country is in some way restricting access to us, that's obviously not something we can do anything about.
Yeah.
But if you have access to Instagram, if you're watching this right now, I reckon you have access to Twinkl as well.
So the brain fart. What was I going to say? The pricing. You said it's different in every country. Is it about roughly the equivalent of $5, $5 everywhere? Do you know?
It tends to work out as approximately the price of a nice sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. For the cost of your lunch that you're probably skipping anyways.
Yes.
You're not taking care of yourselves like you should be. Sorry, that's me. No, but for the price of your lunch, one lunch a month. That's awesome. Yeah. I can't believe you guys are so cheap and you have so much. That's incredible. All right. Well, it was. I'm happy that we had you on here. That's amazing. Is there anything else you'd like to share? Yes, there is.
One more thing. I can't believe I didn't mention this. We have the official resources of a bunch of really cool big names in entertainment and other industries. We have the official Harry Potter resources, which is something that I am so proud of. I love that we have those.
And you have the license to use them and everything?
Yep. And they are all free. So you can get Peppa Pig, for example, Alpha Blocks, Number Blocks. We have, the official resources from those companies on our website. So, if your kids love these things, this is, it's the best way to connect those to your classes. So,
that's awesome. That is awesome. All right. That is crazy awesome.
I'm really
All right. Is there anything else? You guys are awesome. I love you guys already.
That's so nice. No, just if you are on social media, do come along and say hi in the group. You can always ask me a question directly if you would like to know anything, because I love chatting to teachers. Like I said, it's my job to help you guys and help make teaching more fun for you. So do come along and say hello, and it's always nice to chat. So.
Oh, okay. So Tracy just said here, are there any resources that we're not allowed to use for classes on platforms like Outschool? Is it okay if I answer this one?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how familiar you are with Outschool, right? All right. So with Outschool, the ability to market or the ability to offer a certain class, the legal responsibility here actually lies within each teacher. So Miranda has already said that you have the ability. They've given you the legal go ahead where you are allowed to use them for profit. So Outschool is not going to have a problem with it, and Miranda already said that Twinkl doesn't have a problem with it. Is your main market online teachers or classroom teachers? Who did you start with?
Twinkl started with classroom teachers, but more and more are trying to, especially ESL, trying to make it adaptable for both. So,
okay, who do you think you have more of right now?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Okay,
50-50, I would say.
Okay, all right, yeah. So if half of your paying clients are people that are using it for profit, you're probably not going to take that away either.
No. Use these, these resources are just designed to be used, basically. So use them on whatever platform you're using them on.
That's incredible.
Don't sell them. And please don't take our logo off.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So does anybody else that's on right now have any questions? I'll give a second here. If you're coming on the replay and you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments, or you can go to their Facebook group and ask them there. And okay. So Joshua said, would it be fair to say that the majority of resources are oriented towards younger learners?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know if you were here for earlier. She said that right now it's like mostly like 3 to 12, and you are coming up with like middle school, high school resources, right? Basically.
Yeah. I would say that, the high school resources that we do have at the moment are aligned to the British curriculum. So if we have some amazing resources on Macbeth, for example, if you want to teach that. But if you're looking to if you're in a high school environment in the USA, might be more difficult. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. And Tracy said that it's really helpful. Thank you. It's good to know that she can use some illustrations, etc.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't realize how amazing you guys were when I had you guys come on here, because I've never used you before. So that's really cool.
Glad.
Yeah. Excuse me. So you're not familiar with my YouTube, but this is Romeo. He's my sidekick, and he has to be on my lap every time I'm in front of my camera, basically.
Hi, Romeo.
Yeah.
That's great. Does that mean that you're at the park going, Romeo?
Actually, do you know who Dolly Parton is?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so I will actually. Do you know the Dolly Parton and Billy Ray Cyrus? Romeo. That's what he comes. Oh, Romeo, I wanna be your Juliet. Yeah. No. Okay. I'm actually not calling you. You're already here. But he's like, yeah. If I call his name and just say Romeo, he won't come to that. He comes to singing like Dolly Parton, or if I count 1, 2, and he'll come to that. Or if I sit in front of the computer. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
All right. I'm so happy that you came on here. If anybody has any questions, you do? You have a question? Are we taking too long?
Yeah, we do have resources for dogs. Yeah.
Oh, you have you have like dog training resources for kids, like kids.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my goodness, that is ridiculous. You guys have everything. It's crazy. Yeah. Oh, okay. So my daughter is obsessed with learning languages. Like, her goal is to learn every single language. She's 11 years old, and she can speak like some Chinese, some Japanese, some Korean, a little bit more of German, some French, some Spanish. Like, is that something that I'd be able to like go on there and just be like, here, do this? Just for like homeschooling?
Yes, there are some there are some resources to learn other languages as a second language. How much they are self-guiding, I don't know. I feel like a lot of them, they're designed for teachers.
Yeah.
So it might be that you might want to go through them with her, for example.
Okay. If there are any German teachers out here, I'm looking for one. So message me. All right. You are awesome.
Amazing. Like,
she is an oddball. I love her to death. She is not like normal 11-year-olds. I don't even know where this came from. She wants to be an orthopedic surgeon. She's learning Latin in school next year. She had the choice between Spanish and Latin, and she chose Latin because it'll help her through med school better. Yeah. And we have subscriptions to like Busuu and LingoPie and like all these different things. And that's what she does in her spare time. And she'll just go and like learn languages on apps, and she'll, start speaking to me in different languages. And I'm like, what are you doing, kid?
Wow. It's incredible.
Yeah. She's She is something else. Her goal is to become fluent in every language except for Arabic, because she doesn't think that she can get that one. Or when you're learning Arabic, you have to go all in on that, and she can't focus on one language. That's what it was, because it's so like you have to learn like everything new with it.
Yeah, I had the first 10 years is hard.
Yeah, but she's something else. So we've definitely had our share of classes on like platforms like Outschool.
Brilliant.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on. Thank you, everybody that joined us live. If you're watching the replay, thank you. Make sure that you click subscribe and hit that bell notification if you have not already, because we will have more people on that are as awesome as Miranda. Maybe not as awesome. Don't tell me I said that though. You were pretty awesome. we'll have people that we'll tell them that they have to compete here. And I will see you guys all later. Thank you for coming on, Miranda.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.